The Anno 1800 modding community got a little bit of a surprise yesterday with an update from the modding team behind New Horizons, a DLC-sized mod coming one day to Anno 1800. So the new Asian region will be unlocked with 1,700 investors. The name of the region, it seems, will be called the Eastern Atoll. The investors will have a new need for exclusive foods made from black pepper and caviar, which will replace chocolate in the basic needs, with chocolate being moved to a luxury good. That's pretty interesting right there. They're changing chocolate to luxury and adding in exclusive food. That solves the problem a lot of people have always had that, hey, investors don't actually have any food. All they're living off of is champagne and chocolate. So now we get food and champagne, and chocolate becomes a luxury. So one of the first things we're told is different is how fields work. So he compares it to Anno 1701, where you can freely build one by one fields, but only in a small radius. Whereas right now we have a very large radius around the fields where we can build the fields and stuff around the farms. With the Asian region, it will be a smaller one. The overall amount of fields needed is lower. Some examples given were 68 fields needed for hemp, 72 for rice, and 60 for ume. So you're going to need more farms since they have a smaller radius, but they do have fewer fields overall. The Asian region also offers many different fertilities and resources, with the 5 being needed for the Nongmin tier, which means we probably need to settle a second island to harvest the black pepper. We're also getting a new type of fish production called sturgeon fish production, which will be used for sushi, along with additional sturgeon fisheries to export sturgeon to the old world. So that's actually kind of interesting right there. It looks like the sturgeon going to the old world will most likely be used for the caviar. So we're going to be exporting caviar in the form of sturgeon being brought in to the old world, as well as black pepper going to the old world, and those are going to be used in an all-new exclusive food production chain using pepper mills, caviar workshops, and fine food kitchens to produce new types of food. So that's kind of cool right there. I would love new production chains. We can see in the screenshot and everything, we can see some new buildings that have been created and some reused assets right there. And this last little screenshot right here, we have a nice little view of the new trade ship, the Junk. It looks like it is a 3-slot cargo ship with 2 item slots, and it is an absolutely beautiful little model. Looks like the icon is still looks like a frigate maybe in the icon. I'm sure that will be updated eventually, but we can see that we get a new type of ship to go along with this new Asian region. So far I am really loving what we're seeing. So the next thing we're introduced to is the Eastern Trade Agency. So the new Asian session will come with its own trading NPC. We'll meet James Goodwill, who is running the remnants of the Eastern Trade Agency, which was once the unrivaled ruler of trade exports to the Eastern Empire, now operating from an illegal hidden base since the Queen dismantled the organization. Pretty interesting. So apparently, as long as we don't ask where he gets his deliveries or where he's taking them, all is fine. He has a deep network of underground contacts, which he offers to your corporation in exchange for protection from the Queen. I really like where this is going. This is giving some very interesting things going on between you and the Queen and this NPC. I kind of like the idea of a little bit of conflict with the Queen right here. So apparently, after reaching the Gongren tier, you will be able to bring goods of 5 types into his storage: medicine, valuables, luxuries, weapons, and alcohol. Valuables and medicines are new goods only obtainable through becoming a pirate and intercepting royal convoys. The other 3 categories can be filled by bringing multiple types of goods. For example, all cannons, advanced weapons, and dynamite count as weapons. That's so cool. We can become a pirate. Oh my god, I love it. That is so cool. And we have some really cool little screens and stuff showing off the base for Mr. Goodwill. And this is all hand created by the development team for New Horizons. Really love how they set up the little island base right there. So once we've reached certain amounts of these different goods, we will be asked to smuggle these goods to a buyer in exchange for high amounts of coin. Also, if you finish this delivery, you will get crafting permits, which can be used for crafting items at the crafting workshop on Omega Haven, including fertilities, customs duties, giving 5 tons of a product extra per passive trade for Asian end good products, military items, and more. So it's an interesting way of getting items from the Asian region. So we'll have to do these different deliveries and smuggle these items so we can craft different stuff that we can use in our trade unions, town halls, harbor masters, ships, and so on. I really, really like that system. That is really, really cool. So when is all this coming out? When can we finally see New Horizons? Well, obviously they don't know. Cannot name an exact release date right now since this is a free time project on their part. Time available can and always changes unexpectedly for the team. Most of them are in university, I believe. So they have school, they have real lives. They're working on the mod as often as they can. They have come a very long way, obviously, since their original announcement in February of 2020. That is right, almost 2 full years of development so far, creating this mod. So eventually it will be coming. Unfortunately, they did say that it will not be out before Season 4 is over. That is due to issues surrounding, making sure that things that are added in the new DLCs in Season 4 don't conflict or change anything in the mod. Lemonade and typewriters, for example, were 2 goods that they had originally added into the mod before Season 3, and then Season 3 came around and gave us lemonade and typewriters, so they had to go back and redo all of that to change those goods into something different. So unfortunately, we're probably not going to see this mod come out until possibly late 2022 after Season 4, or maybe 2023 once we know Season 5 is or is not going to be a thing. That would be my assumption. And honestly, I would lean more heavily on the 2023 aspect. Until we know for sure that Season 5 is not happening, they probably don't want to release it in case anything has to be changed. So with that, guys, that is it for me. This mod right here is going to be such a big game changer for many of us. It is DLC sized. It has lots of cool mechanics. I know they are working on more and more stuff with it all the time. I cannot wait to see the next update from the team. Thanks for watching. Be sure to go check out the Reddit post. It is pinned down in the comments. Give it an upvote. Leave your love on it. Let them know how excited you are for the prospects of this mod coming to us. Have a great rest of the day. See you in the next video. Take care.